Welcome, everybody, to Christians Concerned for the U.S. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. I decided to do a program tonight, praise God. I hope all you guys enjoy this and share the program. As always, it's going to be an awesome time in the Lord tonight. I've been pretty busy doing other things. The Lord has had me to do some other things. I've did a series is speaking in tongues, meditation and prayer, speaking in tongues. You can find that on the Light of Christ channel on YouTube. This is a Christian's Concern for the U.S. Channel on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoy all of this. Go to all these channels, like them. We have shows. I have a Sunday show and a Tuesday show. It comes on regular every week. I was doing Fridays. I cut Fridays out for a while. So I'm just basically doing these. I try to do these three. So I finally got to get caught up on the Christians Concerned for the U.S. I don't want this to seem like a job for me. Your ministry is supposed to be your passion, praise God. And I want this to be a passion, not a job. So over a period of time, it's became like a job, and I don't want it to be like that. I can't really flow in the spirit with knowing this is my job. I want it to be a passion. I love to do that, and I really believe that all the followers of Christ, it wasn't their job, it was their passion. They loved Jesus. They did it out of their heart. They did it out of their soul, not because they just had to do it, because they do that in love. You want to be able to do things for the Lord out of your love for Him. When you're doing it as a day-to-day job, it becomes as a carnal job, and you're just going at the motions. You don't really like it and this and that. But with me, I want it to be a passion. So if the passion is leaving, I won't be doing it. So when the passion returns, I'll be here. So that's just how that is. I want the Spirit of God moves through your passion. It moves through you. It moves through the love that you have for what God is using you for. If you no longer have the passion for it, it becomes a job and you regret it. You don't want to do that. So as you know, the passion is what guides you to do anything. You have passion. You have passion for anything. It's what guides you. But when the passion starts leaving, that's when it's just not fun anymore, folks. So I try to get the passion to come back for this. So the passion came back to me for this. And I wanted to talk about Elon Musk, where he's actually trying to buy Twitter. Twitter and Facebook is being controlled by Islamic groups. A lot of people think it's controlled by the Democrats. Sort of, yes, but basically Islamic groups is controlling your Facebook media. They judge what you put on there. They erase things. This here may be erased. I don't know. Just the way it rolls. But the Islamic community actually controls a lot. It's behind the background. If you ever been, censored, if you go to the roots of that, it's a Islamic, most likely is Islamic person that's editing you and cutting you off. Most of the time it is. The person that's trying to stop Elon Musk from buying Twitter is a Islamic cousin to the prince, and he has like so many billion in Twitter, and he's actually using his money to try to stop what Elon Musk is trying to do. Is an Islamic backing that has a lot of the stock in Twitter. So this is where we're going to go right quick. We're going to go into this program talking about Elon Musk and see what's going on here. Here we go.
Has flooded the internet over the past few days. The Tesla billionaire is determined to take the giant communication platform private by offering $43 billion for a company that has a market cap of $37 billion. However, the process of buying Twitter has more twists than a movie. Join us today in this video as we explore how Elon bought Twitter and how he plans to rename the social media platform. It all came as a surprise when the world's richest man bought a 9.2% stake in Twitter for $2.9 billion. But even fewer people were prepared with the series of events that followed. A few days after purchasing a significant stake in Twitter, Elon was invited to join the Twitter board. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal made the revelations in a tweet that reads, "I'm excited to share that we're appointing Elon Musk to our board. The Tesla founder and CEO accepted the offer 7 minutes later on the same platform. Many people around the world trust that the tech icon is going to make significant changes in Twitter. But the hopes of many were dashed when Twitter informed the world that Elon had declined the board's offer. CEO Parag tweeted saying, "Elon has decided not to join our board. I sent a brief note to the company sharing with you all here." It is interesting that Elon communicated his desire of not joining the board on the same day that his appointment was going to become effective. A closer look at the message sent by Parag Agrawal to the Twitter team revealed that there could be something big that was happening behind the curtains. The last paragraph of Parag's message reads, "There will be distractions ahead, but our goals and priorities remain unchanged. The decisions we make and how we execute it is in our hands and no one else's. Let us tune out the noise and stay focused on the work and what we are building." The Tesla billionaire's decision not to join the Twitter board was actually a smart move, as he had a greater goal in mind. Unknown to many, Elon Musk had a plan of buying 100% stock in Twitter. The tech genius knew that if he were to join the board, he would only be allowed to buy not more than 15% stake in the company. Just a few days after rejecting his appointment to the Twitter board, he expressed his intentions of taking Twitter private at $43 billion, which translates to a price of $54.20 per share. The Tesla CEO is confident that the Twitter shareholders will like the price, which he considers to be the best price. Musk's quest of buying Twitter was paused for a moment when Saudi Arabia's Prince Alwaleed bin Talal rejected Musk's offer in a tweet that reads, "I don't believe that the proposed offer by Elon Musk, $54.20, comes close to the intrinsic value of Twitter. Given its growth prospects, being one of the largest and long-term shareholders of Twitter, Kingdom KHC and I reject this offer." The Prince is the chairman of Kingdom Holding Company that has a significant stake in Twitter. The Tesla founder hit back at the Saudi prince by questioning the views of the Saudi kingdom on journalistic freedom of speech. Musk's response was a big blow to the prince since Saudi Arabia is known for violating freedom of speech. In 2018, the Saudi kingdom came under harsh criticism after the death of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who was, until his death, a columnist at the Washington Post. Khashoggi was assassinated by agents of the Saudi government at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey. A report by the Central Intelligence Agency concludes that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was the mastermind of Jamal Khashoggi's killing. The evidence that was used to make the conclusion is still classified. It is regrettable that the Saudi Prince Talal owns a significant stake in Twitter, which is a platform promoting free speech and democracy around the world, while the same values are not upheld in his own country. But one thing that the good prince has probably learned is not to mess with Elon Musk, as the genius will always find a way of hitting back. And when the Tesla CEO hits back, he hits hard. Musk's prospects of taking Twitter private became even more complicated when the Twitter board came up with a plan of thwarting his bid. The board has adopted a defensive mechanism known as Poison Bill that seeks to the takeover. The Poison Bill plan seeks to dilute Musk's stake in Twitter by adding more shares to the company. All other shareholders expect Elon will be allowed to buy the new shares at a discount. As such, Musk's stake of 9.2% will be diluted. In the end, this means that the Tesla founder will now have to use more money if he wants to take Twitter private. But it is highly unlikely that Musk will swallow the board's bait, as he has already declared that his price is not just the best one, but also the final. Musk is aware to the fact that his plan of buying 100% stock in Twitter may get thwarted. While attending a TED conference in 2022, he made it clear that he had a plan B should the board stop him from taking the giant social media platform. Musk did give the details on Plan B when he was asked by TED Talk founder Chris Anderson. Many are guessing what could be Elon's next move should the takeover be hijacked by the board. One thing is certain, the Tesla founder will reconsider his investment in the giant social media platform. He invested $2.9 billion, which has now grown to around $3.6 billion since the price of the Twitter shares increased by around 28%, as soon as Musk bought his stake in the company. That is what the influence of Musk can achieve. When he is on your side, you are sure to win, but when he is on the other side, be sure to lose. As such, Twitter will lose big should the world's richest man reconsider his investment in the company. Given Musk's experience with social media platforms, he may end up deactivating his Twitter account, and all the accounts of his companies such as Tesla and SpaceX, among others. In 2018, the tech genius took issue with Facebook after it was accused of data breach. It is alleged that Facebook colluded with the British firm Cambridge Analytica that interfered with the US elections in 2016. Consequently, Musk decided to delete his Facebook account. Shortly after, he also deleted the Facebook accounts of Tesla and SpaceX. It is also possible that Elon may decide to come up with a new social media platform given his tweet that reads, "Is a new platform needed?" There is no doubt that the new platform will be incredible given Musk's track record. The most admired CEO in Silicon Valley has golden hands that transform anything he touches. Through his Tesla company, he has revolutionized the EV industry, while SpaceX has done magnificent work in space and rocket technology. Musk has all it takes to start a communication platform that will give Facebook and Twitter a run for their money. As a genius, he has the brains. He also has the money given that he is the wealthiest man on Earth. Moreover, he has excellent leadership skills that will help him get a talented team that will develop the social media platform. There is a high chance that his platform will be popular as his name is already a household name in America and beyond. If a simple tweet from him is enough to fluctuate the prices in the stock market, he will easily influence many people to join his platform. Musk believes that Twitter is fading away and needs to be revived. He wants to take Twitter private so that he can make changes to the company. As soon as he brought a 9.2% stake in Twitter, he initiated the process of developing an edit button for the platform. The Tesla CEO is also expected to make public the Twitter algorithms that affect what people see on the platform. Twitter will have a new look after the reforms. There is also a possibility that Twitter's new look will also come with a new name. He has hinted that he will drop the W in the name Twitter. Only time will tell whether Musk will succeed in buying 100%. Until the
Go ahead and get that off there. But yes, that's a pretty awesome program there. And yes, talking about Elon Musk, where he is actually was trying to buy Twitter, and I don't think at first that he was wanting to, but I saw over a period of time he was seeing how many people was having problems with with censorship. Even the president got blocked on Facebook, got kicked off of Twitter. It seems like when you're trying to speak your mind and trying to speak the truth, they censor you, they cut you off, they remove things that you're saying. I've actually got blocked on YouTube for saying things that was controversial. And this is what this show's about: is being controversial, is to go amongst the mark, go away from the mark. Go out there and let people know what's going on. And I think Elon Musk is one of those guys that likes to go above the mark and use the freedom that us as American citizens supposed to have. I actually did a Facebook thing earlier today talking about Elon Musk, what is really going on in this country. The U.S. government loves to blame other countries for being communist and socialist, and they're controlling their people and this and that, and they're destroying people and this and that. And if you do studies on the U.S. government and by Kuwait, I actually saw some information about Kuwait and about the guy that was over Kuwait at the time. I can't think of his name right off, but anyway, he was actually captured. They shot him, they hung him, they did all these things. And yes, he was a bad guy, but he was not doing a lot of things that they said he was to get him to put him to death. And they came up with something and put him to death where they can take over all of his oil wells. So the U.S. government took over his oil wells, and after they took over the city, they couldn't control that, or after they took over the country, they couldn't control it no more. Islam took it over. Islam started taking it over, and they started having issues there. And it was issue after issue. The guy that was over that knew how to control those people, knew how to keep everything in control. Once the U.S. government took over, it went chaos. They try to put in a government there, and it just fell apart. And every time that you try to play God and you try to play God, and be the judge and the person that puts down the conviction on the people, it never turns out right. You got to let God do his thing. You got to let the people do their thing. And the U.S. government has played judge and jury for many countries, for many different situations. We accuse other countries of things that we do. Saw it. It's out there. Like socialism, we're trying to socialize our own country. We're trying to control, or our government's trying to control our minds and our families and what we need to believe by the socialist ordeal. The socialist ordeal is a communist China, Russia mindset. It's a Soviet. It's a I'll say it's kind of like a Soviet mindset. The same type of thing that Hitler did. He had to control their minds. As we see in Putin, he controls his people's minds. China controls their people's minds. The U.S. government does the same thing through their media. Their people buys out the media organizations, and they control the media organizations. They tell you what they want to hear, and if you don't say what they want to put out, they shut you down, or they get rid of you, or they send their little left mob to your house or whatever to make sure that you're shut down or to scare you from saying anymore. I sort of like the mob boss did in New York City many years ago, or I'll say 100 years ago, however it may be. But it's the same type of ordeal. When communist China wants to shut somebody up, they send police, they send their detectives. As we know, the left was using the FBI as their mob boss. They would, anytime that you went against the government, even Trump's people would go and say anything out of the way. They send the FBI to their house. If any congressman would say anything out of the way, they would start attacking their family and their friends and send FBI to their families and all this stuff. It's just how they work. That's not freedom, folks. That's a communist country. We're running into a socialist country. It's not what you think it is. You need to be really woke and see what you're stepping into. They even control how you vote. And then they'll lie and say, no, we didn't do that. We know, we saw with our own eyes how we got the president that we got. It wasn't from the people, because nobody would show up to his speakings during the election. Nobody would show up. He would do good to get 50 people to show up. President Trump got thousands of people to show up. Common sense, mathematical sense will tell you the common sense behind that. It's just common sense. If thousands of people is coming to see your campaigns, you're going to get thousands of people voting for you. Common sense. If you're having campaigns and only 30, 40 people showing up, you're going to get anybody to vote for you. Really. Common sense. So we saw that. So our country tries to, I'll say the select people tries to control what you see, how you vote, how you eat, how you dress, and go in a way that they want you to go. And if you step away from the dial or step away from what they're telling you to do, they push you back into the aisle. Only the rich people that they know can control these social media platforms. If you're not going with their program, they will do every which way to stop you from getting a platform. Maybe it's harassment. Maybe it's sending people to your home. Maybe it's shutting down your accounts, whatever it may be. We see Canada is under the same system. The same people that's controlling our system is controlling Canada's system. And Canada is going through the same thing. We saw with the truckers and how the truckers was taken care of and how they try to stop them. Luckily, we got a little bit more freedom than Canada does. And the politicians in our area just automatically released everybody. We ain't worried about COVID anymore. We ain't talking about COVID anymore. Come back to work, do everything you want to. And they just opened all the borders and did everything, just where they wouldn't do the same thing here. There's a lot of things that's going on behind the background. with Elon Musk, it's not only that because he's a rich guy. It has nothing to do with that. It shows you who is controlling the social media. As you saw, that Crown Prince's cousin owns Twitter. He lives in a Islamic country that they censor their own people. So if they censor their own people in their country, what you think he's going to do with the platform that he owns? He's going to censor it. He's going to have people to censor it. Common fact. That's how that stuff works. People, you have to vote. You have to go out and vote for the politicians. This year is going to be a big voting term. So you need to go and vote for your congressman. Vote for the right ones, not the Democratic Party where they're trying to push this left deal and controlling your kids and telling them that they're transgenders and that they're, if they want to be a girl, they can be a girl if they're a boy. And if they're a boy, if they're a girl want to be a boy, they can be whatever, to confuse the kids where they'll be committing suicide and doing evil things when they grow up or, just have a whole lot of problems. They're trying to teach our kids to do that. You want that in your school system? Vote for a Democrat. Vote for the left. You'll see your kids get messed up. You'll see your nation be destroyed. But if you want other, the American way to come into your nation, into your country, into your city, vote Republican. Vote for patriot type of individuals. I'm not even say fully Republican. There's a lot of patriots out there. I wish they had a patriot party for people, just patriots, to come in and try to take elective offices, because I don't even think the Republican Party is fully on board with what this nation is for, or completely for the for what the U.S. founders had, in store for this nation. I really believe that a lot of the Republican Party is not for the Constitution. They're for their own Constitution. Power over people, power over wealth, power over different situations. Some of them's in there for the right reasons. Some of them ain't. But I really believe that we've got to get control of our nation and over our country. If we don't, we're going to see what's been happening. We're seeing things happen before our eyes. We're seeing empty shelves. We're seeing extremely high gas. We're seeing our borders overrunning with people from overseas. And I'm not even going to say Hispanics. There's people coming through those borders from all over the world that's not even Mexicans. It's from it's illegal aliens coming into our nation and destroying, raping, killing, bringing drugs, all that type of stuff without any consequences. They're putting them on airplanes and shipping them across the country and dropping them off in your hometown. That's what's going on. So if you want to vote for the left and vote for the Democrats, that's what you're going to get. You vote for the Republicans and vote for the ones that God is moving your heart towards, you'll see a change. I really believe that if a lot of us would just turn that TV off sometime and really read the websites of these political opponents and read what they're really in there for, you'll change your mind. You'll see, not go by what TV says, but go on their website and see what they stand for. And if what they stand for is what you want, go for it. If they're not, you need to rethink some things, because a lot of these left people will say anything you want to hear during the political season, and then after the political season, they're back to business as usual. Every single time. Biden's like a puppet. He says whatever they tell him, they want him to say. Anything you want to hear, he'll tell you. But he still has an agenda, what he wants to have done. The way it is. So, folks, be very careful who you vote for. And pray for your nation as always. God bless you, and you have a blessed night. And always, like I said, always keep your nation in prayer. God bless you.